Welcome back to my Keto Modified Atkins Diet channel. I know it's been a long time. I know it's been way too long. Trust me, I literally miss you guys with all the filming. Trust me, I agree. It's been way too long. So, today we are going to continue in this cookbook. We haven't continued yet. As you noticed from the past videos, this is about, we're going to continue to the introduction. And I wanted to let you guys just know now, currently, I will be starting this diet after Pesach, Passover. So I'm trying to film all the boring stuff now for this particular cookbook. And then we're going to daily, or hopefully every single time I make something, I'm going to be filming it as I'm talking to you guys. So, why weight loss is designed to fail. I just want to let you guys know that I might be repeating things from another video because I kind of lost my spot. So we're going to talk about this part first. Unfortunately, I know I haven't gotten far enough. It sucks, but let me just talk because trust me, it will all be exciting once we get closer to talking about the recipes step by step. I just also want to make clear to people out there who are wondering why I'm doing this. First of all, I think it's fun. I know this part is boring, but I think it would be fun also. And for people who are going to be in my situation, who are on these kind of diets, specifically made for my situation and stuff, and any diet for that matter, if you're a gluten-free, dairy-free, well, this is not really a dairy-free thing. This is more of a gluten-free thing or sugar-free. You get the idea. So for people on those kind of diets, and especially the ones that I'm on, I want people out there to see my journey coming along, so they can learn how to make their own recipes based off the cookbook that I personally have. This one I can tell you right now, before we get to reading, this one you could get on Amazon. It's very easy. I do have another cookbook, but I'm not going to focus on that one now because we want to right now do the introduction of this cookbook. And then after Pesach, we're going to be talking about the recipes of daily what I'm going to be making. And once we take care of this cookbook, we will talk about the introduction to the other cookbook that I have right over here. This one my mother had for a long time or something. I have no idea where she got it from, but you know. This one is, I don't know how interesting it is, but we'll find out when we get there. Right now we're talking about the cookbook I just showed you, and let's get back into it. Woo! Okay, why weight loss is designed to fail. If you refer back to the formula of calories, by the way, calories is the top of the packaging, how much food you take in. Apparently 3,000 calories a day is the average for a normal person. In calorie out equals body fat. This assumes that calories out remain stable all throughout. In reality, a person is used to consuming 3,000 calories per day, like I just said before. 3,000 calories a day will have 3,000 calories to expend. If that intake drops to 1,500, then the output will also drop to 1,500, which I guess that means 1,500 plus 1,500 equals 3,000. No weight will be lost as the body will simply balance its energy budget. Let's take a famous experience carried out decades ago to provide a more conclusive basis for this argument. Back in 1944, God, that's 81 years ago? Yeah. Dr. Ancel Keys performed the Minnesota starvation experiment. 36 young, healthy men were selected with the average height of 5'10". Oh, I'm not even that, by the way. Which is 1.78 meters. Ooh, that's a lot. And an average weight of 153 pounds, which is 69.3 kilograms. For the first 3 months, they received a standard diet of 3,200 calories per day. They were then put in a semi-starvation phase over the next 6 months, with only 1,570 calories given to them daily. In addition, they walked 22 miles per week as exercise. I don't know how often I get that. Their calorie intake was continually adjusted to reach a total weight loss target of 24%, averaging 2.5 pounds, 1.1 kilograms per week. On the basis, some men eventually received less than 1,000 calories per day. Throughout the experiment, the men experienced profound physical and psychological changes. Among the most common feeling was a constant feeling of cold. They all showed signs of weakness and became extremely tired and dizzy. Their heart rate slowed considerably, and their physical endurance and blood pressure dropped by half. They even experienced hair loss and nail brittleness. Throughout the deprivation period, psychologically, there was equally devastating effects. Because they were plunged with hunger, the men experienced a complete lack of interest in anything except food. Some Howard cookbooks and kitchen utensils, some were unable to concentrate, and several withdrew from the university studies. Let's reflect on what's happening here. Prior to the study, the subjects ate and also burned approximately 3,000 calories a day. Then, suddenly their calorie intake was reduced to approximately 1,500 per day. All their bodily functions that require energy dropped by almost 30 to 40%, which wrought complete havoc to their overall body functioning. The conclusion: dropping calorie intake will result in a similar decline in caloric expenditure. I don't know how to pronounce it. If you take only the calories in calories out equation in consideration, the men should have lost 78 pounds, 3.3 kilograms over the course of the experiment. But the actual average weight loss was much less than only 37 pounds, 16.8 kilograms, less than half of what was expected. Why is that the case? The simple error is homeostatic balance. If we reduce daily calorie intake by 500 calories, our bodies begin to adjust its expenditure by 500 calories as well. By the way, 500 plus 500 is 1,000. If you don't take the adjustment into consideration, you'll blindly believe that you will lose 1 pound of fat per week. So in 100 weeks, you will lose 100 pounds. But this is not realistic. Otherwise, at some point, you would have 0 pounds left to lose. The body must at some point reduce its caloric expenditure to meet the lower calorie intake. It just so happens that this adaptation occurs almost immediately and persists long term. So why is that people lose weight during the semi-starvation period? During the restriction phase, body fat dropped much quicker than overall body weight, as fat stores were used to power the body. Yet, this is not a suitable way of eating. Once you're back to your normal eating habits, you begin to regain the weight rather quickly. But even worse, your body weight will continue to increase. That's because when your body enters the semi-starvation mode, your metabolism, total energy expenditure, is alerted and slows down greatly. Assuming woman eats and burns 2,000 calories a day, following the doctor's orders, she begins to follow a calorie-restricted, portion-control, low-fat diet, reducing her intake by 500 calories per day. Quickly, to her feelings of hunger, lethargy, depression, and irritability. Even if she feels it's intolerable, she sticks with it, clinging to the illusion of long-term results. Initially, she loses weight, but as her body's caloric expenditure decreases to match her lowered intake, her weight plateaus and she's no longer losing weight. Even if it sticks to her diet rigorously, feeling frustrated, she abandons the diet and starts beginning even exceeding the normal 2,000 daily caloric intake. So on extremely stressful days. Yet because she put her body in starvation mode, her metabolism has slowed to an output of only 1,500 calories per day. Therefore, all the weight comes rushing back as fat. Is this a lack of willpower or simply just a result of poor medical advice? Of course, the failing isn't hers. A highly portion-controlled calorie reduction diet is doomed to fail right from the start. Eating less does not result in lasting weight loss, especially if you're only looking at the total calorie per count per day. Without any mindfulness to type the food you're eating, it's just simply how your hormones work. With increased hunger and decreased satiety, your desire to eat rises. Moreover, these hormone changes occur almost immediately and persist almost indefinitely. People on a diet tend to feel hungrier, and that effect is not a lack of willpower or brain trickery. Increased hunger is normal and expected hormone response to weight loss, especially if it's a drastic and very restricted. Okay, guys, so I'm going to put this on hold and we'll continue in the next video. That's it for today. I hope you enjoy it. Bye.